So this is the story of Durga and Kali. So Durga is the mother goddess. She is also known as the warrior goddess. And she is fierce, she's loving, she's protective. And we call upon Durga to support us in our liberation, in empowerment, and in our spiritual growth. And she is said to have, or depicted as having, 8 arms, and 5 of those arms she is holding a weapon, and those 5 weapons are said to represent the 5 vayus or pranas or energies, if you will. And when we master these 5 vayus, these 5 energies, and bring everything into alignment, we become incredibly powerful. We become incredibly difficult to defeat. And Du, as part of Durga, Du, means difficult. So difficult to defeat. But also there's a difficulty in mastering this as well. This is something that we dedicate ourselves to, mastering these energies, bringing everything into alignment so that we can become truly powerful. And Kali is an aspect of Durga. So Kali is the goddess of destruction. She's the dark one. She is known as the ego destroyer, and is also the goddess that we can call upon for feminine sensuality, sexuality, and rage, which I think is fair to say are qualities that as women can be quite tricky. They are qualities that we've perhaps been told are not very desirable or unfavorable, and so we have difficulty in expressing these. And Kali is depicted as having this blue-black skin. She is fierce, she's ferocious, she's often depicted with her tongue sticking out, and again holding weapons. And she is an aspect or an expansion of Durga. So I want to offer you a little backstory just to support the story of Kali and Durga. So Brahma is said to have promised this group of demons, the demons that represent our fears, ego, doubt, that they cannot be defeated on the battlefield by man, by any man. So this is what he was promised by Brahma. But the loophole here is that Durga is no man. She is a woman. She is a goddess. And so she is eventually called upon to come to the battlefield and destroy the demons. And she enters the battlefield and she wields her weapons and becomes incredibly ferocious when she's battling with this one particular demon, becomes so ferocious, and this energy, this rage starts to build in her forehead until it bursts open and Kali bursts forth. And she comes out wielding her sword, chopping off the heads of all of the demons. And this one particular demon has the ability that when a drop of blood is spilled, that he can turn those into demons. So each drop of blood turns into another demon. And so Kali gets to the floor and she starts licking up the blood. So this is why we see Kali kind of depicted with this bloody tongue sticking out. And also we see her depicted with, her arms with severed heads, holding severed heads, holding the severed heads of the fears, of the doubts, of the ego. And she becomes this ferocious force that just starts to get out of control, to the point where Shiva, who is the consort of Durga, so Shiva is representative of Purusha, Purusha being consciousness, mental clarity and stability. And he walks out onto the battlefield and he lays down upon the ground in front of Kali. And Kali eventually steps upon his body. And when she does, she begins to simmer down. She calms, she cools, and she eventually reintegrates into Durga. So the story and the message here is perhaps that we can wield this power, we can build this power, but unless we have the foundation of mental clarity, of stability, of grounded energy, then that's going to get out of control. It's like a whirlwind of energy. Rather than being able to master it and skillfully put it into place and have it under control, with that strong foundation of mental clarity. And we do this through our meditation, through grounding practices, through pranayama. So that is the story of Durga and Kali. And I hope that it may have inspired something in you, maybe prompted a different shift in perspective, or even a different way of approaching how you approach your yoga practice, perhaps, or your daily tasks. So that is the story of Durga and Kali, and I hope you will join me for another story soon.